I want you to see the hidden power, the power boost that lies within irritation. And yet you still wish that the irritation would just go away. I will change that for you today. Irritation is not an inconvenience, it's not a character flaw, it's just a symptom. And after this video, you will welcome the irritation and you will see the pure power that lies within it. I'm going to show you how to harness the eroding feeling of irritation into the wisdom and force of nature for change that it actually is. Now you're using this power to harm yourself, just because no one taught you how to turn this into a superpower. And that's why I'm here today. Irritation, at its core, it's just anger. Whatever flavor of anger we're talking about, you can apply this mindset to it. No problem. Anger is such a wide range of emotion, going from a very mild feeling of annoyance or impatience to something a bit more intense like frustration, irritation. If you turn that knob even more, you get into hostility, bitterness, resentment and anger. And at the max, we're talking about rage, fury. So when you're that high in the anger spectrum, you will have a lot of adrenaline. Anger, it's fire. It's such a potent transformational energy that's just waiting for you to tap into it. If you're anything like the rest of us, you think about irritation as something that needs to be suppressed, not expressed, as something to be slightly ashamed of, like a character flaw, like something is wrong with you because you're feeling irritation. And when you have this story, this conditioning that irritation is the villain, that you can't be irritated, that you can't be angry, that you can't express anger, that it's something bad, that will make you suppress it because you can't express it. And that just means that you make yourself a victim to the circumstances, to the people around you, to this feeling of anger. You give your power away. So then you get more stressed and more irritated, and it's just a downward loop. It just gets worse and worse and worse. The irritation just points you in the direction. And the things that do annoy you turns into things that you get irritated of, to frustration, to anger, to pure fury. Because at the annoyance state, it signaled you to do something about this. You didn't listen, you suppressed it. So your body had to gather even more energy to call your attention. You still didn't listen. So it gathered even more energy. My God, will she listen now? We turn it into rage, fury, anger, like this super fiery energy. She has to listen then. And when you don't listen even then, and when you don't even listen at that stage, that's when your body just consumes itself, because it's a fiery energy and fire consumes. So if you don't express this fire energy towards what needs to be changed, because this irritation, this anger, it comes with this energy package for you to be able to change what needs to be changed, and hard things demand a lot of energy to be changed, and you get that energy boost. You get that energy boost with this irritation. So you actually have this energy to transmute this feeling into action, into changing your life, into turning misalignment into alignment. So when you ignore it, when you suppress it, your body has no outlet for all of this fire energy. And the body is so intelligent. Of course, this energy, it has to go somewhere. It just doesn't disappear. You can't create energy, you can't destroy energy, you can only transmute energy. And when you don't transmute it into a change of your behavior, of your circumstances, of the people around you, if you refuse to change what needs to be changed, that energy has to go somewhere. And it's not doing a good job there. So please express your irritation, frustration, rage, whatever it is. You don't have to act in a triggered state. That is not what I'm trying to convey here. I'm trying to make you see that irritation, anger, it's just information. It's just guidance, guiding you very directly. It has such clear information. It's not like you can misunderstand what you're irritated about. You know exactly why you're irritated. So the message you get, it's crystal clear. You can't deny it. But still, you keep suppressing it because that is what you were taught to do. And I'm here to change that. So stop ignoring your irritation, stop ignoring your anger, because it's telling you something. So then the desire we have is the opposite. We want to keep our life force. We want to keep our power to do what matters to us. We want to feel okay regardless of our emotions. We want calm, we want presence, we want the ability to act on the irritation, doing what it was designed to do. Pointing to the mission, completing the mission. However hard it may feel, you know exactly what this asks of you. So why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Because it's hard? Yeah. A lot of things in life is hard. You didn't come here to travel the path of least resistance. I promise you that's not why you're here. So irritation is just pure gold. It's a golden nugget given to you with all of the clarity and wisdom and knowledge that you need about what you want, what is true to you. Free of the story, free of the conditioning you have been taught to subscribe to. And it's just such a gift. So you can feel better and have an easier time just loving yourself. Because what it all comes down to is self-love. You can't use brute force, bullying, hatred against yourself to create changes that lead to a better, more aligned life. You just can't. So start loving yourself, respecting and cherishing the wisdom that lies within you. And that the body just served you on a silver platter what needs to be changed and the energy to do it. So that's all the irritation is. It's just unmet needs, crossed boundaries. You have been conditioned into being easygoing and accommodating other people's needs, making you draw the conclusion that your needs are an inconvenience or a problem, something unreasonable that you can't ask for. So you have to suppress it to be like the good girl, the good boy, and that just fuels resentment and even more self-blame and self-criticism. This creates judgment and making you be hard on other people, and when you're hard on other people, you're hard on you. And behind all of this is perfectionism, control, high standards, hyper-independence, because you have been trained to mostly rely on yourself. You build your own version of how things should be done. So this energy is just pure gold, pointing you at what needs to be changed with the energy to do the change. So the irritation, it doesn't say anything about you, who you are. It just means that your systems are working and are online. So irritation, when allowed, just becomes this powerhouse of energy. So you can start creating small changes. It's always the small changes the small shifts, the new action, the new boundary. So you can take the small steps that will compound into bigger change. Take an honest look of all of your relationships. Which of them feed you, which of them take from you in the big scheme of things, and adjust accordingly. And when you train yourself to be easier on others, meaning less miscontent, less expectation of how things should be done, and just start being in the present, enjoying the company. Softer on the flaws, judge less, maybe not even at all. And then you turn all of this great energy into the fuel to transform your life. Transform the hard stuff. And the hard stuff needs a lot of energy to be changed. And you get that in the package. When all of this energy stops pouring into self-erosion, it frees up energy. You get your life force back to fuel the creation of a life you want to live on your terms, building you into who you want to be. And you create this better contact within, giving you more awareness, more space, more presence, and love for yourself, widening your capacity, because choosing to act on your irritation, to take the steps necessary, you need a great capacity to stay in discomfort. Just be okay with it. You're able to set boundaries and thereby creating more honest relationships, more honest connection, and more truth, less performing, and softer towards yourself, just as a byproduct of being more accepting to other people. So I hope by now that you're able to see that irritation or any flavor of anger is just guidance. And you won't feel the need to suppress it anymore. You're going to want to do what it tells you to do, because it's your inner wisdom that is speaking to you, giving you a clear direction. So stop outsourcing your peace and giving away your power. Take back the authority of your wants, your needs, your boundaries, desires, dreams, and decide to change what needs to be changed. It will not feel easy, but every time you choose you, that's a big win. A small step in the right direction. And it will compound over time. So soon you will start to see that your life is starting to change. See the true value in your energy, time, attention, and start giving it to what feeds you instead of what drains you. Create the space for who you want to be. So irritation is just a signal of a mismatch, of the distance between what you're experiencing and what you know to be true for you. So what will you do next time you feel that irritation bubble up?